at London's Aldwych Theatre in the West End, and I've come to interview local girl Sharon Rose. Sharon, thank you so much for taking some time to see and chat with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations on getting the part of Little Eva.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's such a massive achievement for you. But first of all, I want to go back to when we last spoke to you.
Okay.
Which was when you were doing X Factor.
Yes.
And at the time, you couldn't really tell us too much, could you?
No, I couldn't. Just because of the show was obviously going on and it was still live and a lot of things were happening, so I couldn't really say anything without getting in trouble.
Yeah. But how did it feel? Because you obviously got to the 6th chair part. Yeah. How on earth did that feel at the time?
It was crazy because it was like a huge circus. There were a lot of cameras, a lot of go here, go there, and we'd have people around us kind of ushering us from one place to another, so it was a lot of like ruckus because obviously these celebrities were there, and so a lot of things had to be kept hush hush and stuff. But it was so much fun because just for a few seconds I got to live the high life and have massive cameras in my face and going up to the roof of the Hilton in central London, and it was great, secret meetings and stuff, so it was really good fun.
But what I noticed with you compared to a lot of the others was that you were super calm most of the time. Why do you think that was?
I think to be honest, I think maybe because I was a little older than the other contestants, just a bit more mature. Whoa. not like oh, cut. No, I think I've been in the business for a very long time, and so I've had my fair share of disappointments, and I've been through a lot, so I just kind of it will just be another way of me getting from one place to another. It's not sort of a disappointment for me because a few million people have viewed my videos now, and just a few million. And and I'm having the time of my life now, and even then I was having the time of my life. I got to perform in Wembley. Who gets to say that,
That's a big crowd.
Yeah. I mean,
so how were the nerves then?
It was really nerve-wracking. Because obviously the 6 chairs were right in front of a massive crowd behind us. So we had people chanting and yelling and sort of a lot of obscenities.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like a bear baiting scene. It was incredible.
I must admit, I can remember thinking that this is just it was quite torturous to watch.
Yeah. No, it was the scariest thing. But I got to sing my heart out, and that's what I love to do,
Oh my goodness.
It was good fun, and I love singing, and I love just leaving my heart out on any stage I can, and that's what I got to do, so I wasn't really disappointed.
So now you're doing it in Beautiful.
So
how did that happen? Tell us about the transition from how you came from X Factor to here.
Well, the transition happened a lot earlier than...
You obviously weren't allowed to tell us anything before, right?
I wasn't allowed, no. But for me, I think this last year, because I'd left university and I was kind of doing what every uni student does, which is apply for every single job under the sun and just kind of leave it sort of in a pile. I've applied for it.
You've still been gigging with your band as well, haven't you?
Yes, yeah. So in the evenings I would be gigging with my band, and then in the mornings I'd be waking up at 6 a.m. to go and work at Quick Fit. But in between doing shows in the evening and in the morning working Quick Fit, in between I'd go to auditions and apply for lots of different jobs and kind of get a lot of no's, and just meet a lot of people. And I think that was kind of a good time for me, because I was able to just go for everything, do everything and see everything. I got to travel as well. I got to go to different places and sing, and so I think I applied for lots of jobs, and then about June, July time I was doing the audition for this and a few other shows, and when this came about to come to town, I was like, yes, please let them want me. And they wanted me, so
what is the audition process to to get a part in?
Well, I mean, obviously I work with an agent, and they informed me that there was an audition going on. So I came in for my first sort of read, and it was really nerve-wracking. I think I'd say it was more nerve-wracking than the X Factor, because the X Factor, it's people who kind of know what they're talking about, but are more there for show and stuff,
Yeah.
But with Beautiful, it was like professionals, like these are people who
the real deal.
They've been in this industry for so long, and they can tell me what for, you know what I mean? So I was really nervous, but it was great, and it was my first time doing like real acting.
Yeah.
Just me and one other person with like 5 people watching, and it was great. It was so much fun. And then we did a dance audition at Pineapple Studios around the corner, and a few other dance auditions. And,
had you danced before?
No. No.
You've obviously picked it up really well then.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of dancing in this show, isn't there?
There is, yeah, a lot of dancing in my number, but I would call myself more of a mover than a dancer. Yeah, I'd call myself more of a mover, but somehow, the choreographer on the show is incredible, and the movements are just so good, and the assistant choreographer was here sort of helping us out, and she literally helped me through everything. The dance captains were like angels. They just helped me through everything. So
that's nice. They're not like, oh, you've never done a show before.
No, that was the thing. I completely expected people to be a lot more sort of hard and tough and kind of like mean girl, but it wasn't like that at all. I walked in and they were like, okay, how best can we help you? What can you do? What can't you do? Okay, do you know what? I'm going to push you, and I'm going to make you do this, and what about this? And it was great. It was being in a dance class, but with a bunch of my friends, so it was really good.
So how long did you actually have to rehearse before you went on stage?
We had 2 weeks.
Is that all?
2 weeks in the studio, and then 1 week in the auditorium, the theatre, and then and then literally right on.
Wow. So how was that
crazy.
first night? How did you feel? Take us through it.
I will never forget it. It was 30th November. It was the scariest day of my life.
The 30th of what?
November. It was
November, yeah.
30th of November, and I was so nervous because, you'll watch the show. The number is such a fun song. Little Eva and the Locomotion was such a good song, and obviously
Kylie, really.
Kylie Minogue did it again, and it's such a big hit, and I was just so worried about doing it justice, because people are going to know it, and they're going to want it sung really well, and the musical director who wrote the music for the show did an amazing arrangement that sort of takes the song from one level to another.
Right.
So, it doesn't, stay in the sort of same kind of dancey place that it was sort of in the 60s. It literally goes from from one key to the next, and it goes up, and it's just it's phenomenal. So having to hit some really high notes whilst doing a really intricate dance number was not going to be easy. No. But that night, it happened for some reason. I don't know how it happened, but it came out, and I was
You need a lot of stamina then, don't you?
Yeah.
Are you kind of looking after yourself physically?
Yeah. I'm trying.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, I can barely keep up with the professionals. Obviously, we have physical warm up every day when we come in, so that keeps me on my toes pretty much. One of the things that they told me was to do the number constantly whilst jogging or using a skipping rope, and to try and keep your stamina up and get used to it, because
that's a good one. I've not heard of that before.
So I kind of every now and then I'll get a skipping rope, or I'll go jogging while singing the number, just to keep my strength up. So
but it's not just the Little Eva song that you do, is it?
No.
You're in the show throughout, really.
Yes, I'm in the ensemble, which is such fun, because I get to like do all the harmonies and stuff, all the stuff in the background, and I also get to be on stage for like half the show, so it's amazing. Good
How
fun.
would you say being in a West End show compares to being in an Amdram show, because you did sister act in Southend with an Amdram company, so what would you say is the big difference, or is there not?
Well,
discipline, maybe?
God, to be honest, I think the huge difference is just the fact that it's so like everything has to be absolutely perfect. Like I'm privileged enough to work with the MD who's here, and the choreographers and all the dance captains and people who take notes on us every single day, and they'll say this is what you're doing wrong, this is what you need to correct, this is kind of, you have to do this, why don't you try this instead. So we get notes every other day.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, so they're very detailed, they're very down to the point, and they want everything to be perfect, which is good because Carole King wrote such good music, and to do it justice you kind of got to get it right every night. So it's different with the Amdram, because with the Amdram, once rehearsals are finished, it's showtime, and obviously they took such great care with it, and every single member of like the Amdram shows that I worked on, they were absolutely phenomenal, and a lot of people I think deserve to actually be in the professional doing the West End shows. But I think it was just sort of the note taking and the like precision and just and
it's got to be right. People are paying
course.
an awful lot of money to come and see these shows, aren't they?
Unfortunately, but it's a good thing, because this music deserves that.
Absolutely.
It's just phenomenal.
I mean, had you seen the show before you were
yes,
in it?
I had, and I was literally like, oh my god. When I watched it, I was in awe.
I can imagine.
I had no idea she wrote Natural Woman before I watched it, and I was crying. You've Got a Friend and Natural Woman, the first time I watched it just had me in tears, so it was great.
Are you still gigging with your band? Or
Yes, every now and then I'll work. I also I'm doing a lot of songwriting as well at the minute, so yes, I do get to work with them every now and then. Not as much as I want to, because obviously I'm usually very tired. But I still get to work, and during my holiday periods I get to go off and do little bits here and there. So it's good.
So what's the future hold for Sharon Rose?
God, I hope maybe a few more West End shows. Maybe.
The bug now, haven't you?
Yeah, I do. I love it. I mean, I love it. I love acting now, so I'm definitely wanting to take up some more acting classes and see where that will take me. But definitely songwriting, and definitely doing my music, and so I'm still passionate about that. I'm still drawn to it. So
lovely.
Yeah.
Well, Sharon, thank you so much for chatting to us today. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you
again. And we can't wait to see the show.
Yes,
We're going to
it'd
come
be
and see
good.
it tonight.
I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, we will.
Good.